Come on, come on, come on. Fly, Eagles, fly on the road to victory. It's your host, Platinum Eagle, and this is the Platinum Eagle Podcast. Please do me a favor. Stop what you're doing. Do this right here. Boom. Like the video. And if you haven't, click subscribe. It's that easy, man. It don't cost you nothing, but it goes a long way for me. I'm going to get into the video. I want to talk about 3 players that we got on the team right now. All defense. So, Kelee Ringo, we know that we didn't draft early in this past draft, a cornerback, to take the place of Slay leaving, and of course, Isaiah Rodgers leaving. If these guys can come in and produce at a high level, of course, that granted, we gotta stay pretty much relatively injury free. We can do that like we did, like we have been doing for the most part. I think we're gonna be good. I think we're gonna be great actually. And also, so that's always, you can say that before you have to say it. It's unmentionable. You already know if you stay relatively injury free, you should be pretty good for the most part. But what I'm trying to say is the other guys that is on defense as well, I don't believe it's gonna be a drop off. So if they can play and do their thing, obviously, and do the whole team unit thing, we're gonna be straight. But if these guys can come in and produce at a high level, the 3 guys I'm gonna mention, I think the Philadelphia Eagles wholeheartedly will go back to the Super Bowl and this time win it again. All right? Kelee Ringo, like I said, we already know that we didn't draft another cornerback, so that Fangio telling us and telling the team that he believes in what we got, and he don't need to, go outside the box and try to outsmart himself, if you will. If you think you got the goods in-house, why go outside to get it? Same thing with, now don't be wrong, I'm not saying that I don't believe that we might bring in an acquisition at cornerback. I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying that if we don't, that's the reason why I believe we won't do it, because Fangio trusts and believes in Kelee Ringo. And if he trusts and believes in him, this guy here, that he's known for his defense. He's a mastermind in his defense. I have to go along with it until I see otherwise, and hopefully I don't see otherwise. Hopefully I see that we're doing exactly what we set out to do, and that's get better and get physical. Kelee Ringo, last season, I think he put a hit on somebody. I forgot what game it was. We only seen a little bit of, a little sample size of Kelee Ringo since he's been on a team the last 3 seasons. But change the number to 7. I can only say that if he plays at a high level, we're great. I'm gonna just gloss over that real quick because, like I said, we ain't seen a whole lot of Kelee Ringo. Same way, we ain't seen seen really nothing in NFL yet with Andrew Mukuba. If Andrew Mukuba can win that job, I'm loving Sidney Brown too. Don't get me wrong. I always liked Sidney Brown since we picked him. I like this tape before in college before he got into the NFL. So I'm always optimistic that Sidney Brown, who likes to come up and hit, he's very physical. Sometimes he over pursues a little bit, and that's a problem, because we've seen that he missed tackles a lot as well. Last season, he was injured, and he started out the season not playing, if I'm not mistaken. So with that being said, he missed some time. He had to catch up and get back up to speed. Hence the reason why we put, what's my man's name? The other safety we have, his name was on the tip of my tongue. Can't think of his name. I hate when that happens. What Sidney Brown was good at, he's not so good at. Like Sidney Brown is better in coverage. What the other safety we have is good at is tackling. Don't be wrong, I'm not saying Sidney Brown's not good at tackling, but he's not as good, at least he wasn't last season, at connecting with his tackle. He will overcommit and miss out, and the guy still run up the field somewhere, and somebody else had to tackle him. So if Sidney Brown can put it all together, he'd be a great, let's say 1 or 2, if you will, if he can win the job. But Mukuba, we haven't seen him in the NFL. I like his tape as I went over it. But if he can play at a high level, if he wins the starting job, man, the Philadelphia Eagles are primed to have a really tough defense. Once again, could be number 1 defense somewhere in the top 5. You know what I'm saying? And the last person I'll go over, and this will be a quick video, like I said, because I haven't seen really much of their tape. So I'm only going off of what I think they could be if they actually played at a high level, given they stay healthy, and also given the rest of the defense don't miss a beat and pick up where they left off last season and contribute the same way, if not better. But the last person, Jihaad Campbell. if Jihad Campbell can play at a high level, I've seen his tape already. I believe he will play at a high level. Not just saying his tape, but I see him working out and everything. He's looking like that injury on his shoulder. I think his shoulder is looking better. Of course, he's on his feet, not his shoulder when he's running, obviously. But if he can come within the first 2 or 3 weeks of the season and play, if he get the starting job, him and Zack Baun, man, I'm already excited about it for real. I'm licking my chops paws, ready for some football. Real talk, you know what I'm saying? Because of that reason right there, because I want to see the uncertain right now. I believe personally, you know what I'm saying, that these guys will actually contribute in a major way. And the reason why, like I said, I'm so high on Kelee Ringo is because the silence of not getting, first round, second round, even going to third round. We didn't have a third round pick. We had it, but we traded away. Even not exercising the third round pick and getting us a viable cornerback, 1 or 2, that, like I said, that speaks volumes to me. You know what I'm saying? That, like, Vic Fangio and Howie thought a lot of the guy, you know what I'm saying, to draft him. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry, to not draft another cornerback and to give that spot for Kelee Ringo to lose, if you will. But Jihad Campbell, he's very rangy, he's very physical, he's very strong, he's tall. He got all the attributes of being a really good linebacker in the Philadelphia Eagles system. So if he can play at a high level and he can be a great addition to Zack Baun, I'm not giving up on Trotter Jr. either, so don't get that twisted. I think Trotter Jr., if he's good, we don't know we got him either. We ain't seen much of him. And good thing, because we didn't have to see much of him because our linebackers was balling so well last season that they didn't necessarily need to, have a rookie in there to have no meaningful snaps, if you will, at defense. Of course, he played in special teams, obviously. Jeremiah Trotter Jr., that is. But, man, I can talk about football all day, for real. You know what I'm saying? My videos would be way too long and y'all wouldn't want to check them out. Not because they wouldn't be something that we wouldn't talk about, but because, people attention span is only but so long. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to just keep it a bean. I'm going to keep it a buck and talk about how it is. You know what I'm saying? But that's not saying y'all's attention span is not that long, because I do have some long videos, and I know y'all checked them out last season. You know what I'm saying? Especially when we go over the victories and all that other stuff. I got a lot of tape to go over with the, narrations, if you will. I can't think of the word I'm trying to use. But anyway, these 3 guys that we ain't seen or haven't seen much of can come and contribute this season. The Philadelphia defense is not only number 1, again, I believe, inshallah, we'll win the Super Bowl once again, this time back-to-back, something that we never seen as a franchise. But again, I said before, this is definitely another era for the Philadelphia Eagles. I think we're in a winning era, not just winning games and not having anything to show for at the end of it in the trophy cabinet. I think winning football, Super Bowl winning football, is imminent for the Philadelphia Eagles if these guys can pan out and do what we need them to do. Of course, like I said before, and I won't say it again, you already know what I mean when I said any of this, barring injuries. Like I said, we dealt with a lot of injuries when we won the Super Bowl in 2017, 2018. But, in real life, in honesty, we already know that it's hard to sustain a lot of injuries. So, with that being said, I thank y'all so much for liking my videos. Subscribe to the channel, please. And turn on the notification as well. Leave some in the comments. I like to have some dialogue back and forth with y'all because I find it cool to chat back with y'all. You know what I'm saying? This is all new to me. Like I said, I'm up and coming. This is new area for me. This is new grounds I'm stepping on. I'm trotting on. So I thank y'all so much. And as I ramble on, I thank y'all. I love y'all. You know what I'm saying? Fly Eagles fly. And we'll talk to you later. It's your host, Platinum Eagle. And thanks for tuning in to the Platinum Eagle Podcast. I'm out.